Good morning. My name is Kim Rozier, and I'm an acting clinical psychologist. And I have organized this meeting between myself as the test administrator and the person to refer Thomas for the test and others who may need support. I have come to the conclusion that this discussion is vital in explaining the details of the scores and report which otherwise have been missed or misinterpreted. The student name is Thomas Bingo. His date of birth is May 12, 1998. The date of the assessment was February the 2nd, 2013. Thomas is 15 years of age. Test was controlled by Kim Rozier, myself, acting clinical psychologist. This assessment was conducted to assess Thomas' cognitive ability to recognize any significant areas of his strengths and weaknesses. Thomas' assessment concluded on February 2nd, 2013. The assessment took about 1 hour. Thomas' demeanor was well-mannered and charming young man. He appeared comfortable during the assessment process and showed no tenseness or fear. Thomas attempted to answer all the questions and tasks. This indeed suggests that his results are a favorable reflection of his true ability. Thomas assessed using the WISC, a test of intellectual ability used for his age. The test scores measured his verbal comprehension, perception, reasoning, memory, and speed. Now we're going to go to a brief summary explaining the results. What did this test say about Thomas' academic performance compared to his peers? Thomas received a full-scale IQ of 50, which falls extremely low range of his ability. Thomas falls below the 1 percentile, meaning that he achieved less than 1 out of 1,000 kids of his age. What are Thomas's strengths and weaknesses? There is not a large differences in visual and verbal skills. Thomas is classified as having mild to moderate learning disabilities. Thomas has demonstrated a comprehensive difficulty through verbal and nonverbal tasks. Thomas' verbal abilities are very poor compared to his visual abilities. He has demonstrated problems in terms of his skills to reason verbally in relation to his social daily situations. Next, we're going to talk about the recommendations for the next step. In my opinion, there are several strategies that will help to enhance Thomas' understanding and his ability to learn new skills. Thomas has an advantage by taking part in speech and language assessment. If Thomas is going to reach his full potential, it is required that support and prompting to the highest level be made possible. Instructions must be clear and in the simplest form for Thomas to understand English and eliminate all distractions, because it is likely that it would take more than several attempts before he comprehends. New information that I've learned about Thomas from the test and relate the information to the referral reasons. New information learned is Thomas' assessment has stressed significant cognitive problems in terms of visual and verbal skills. Thomas' cognitive struggles will negatively impact his self-confidence, acquiring new skills, coping, and dealing with the high demands of his life and developing his confidence. Once again, this concludes my evaluation of Thomas Bingo, Kim Rozier, clinical psychologist acting, and supervisor Dr. Victor Harms.